Many people know Trelissick because of its famous gardens, which are open to the public through the National Trust. But to get the opportunity to come to this sale and view the house and come inside the house and see the view of the Fowl from the house, I mean, this is a very rare opportunity. And another reason why again, this is such an exciting sale. Most of these items, they haven't been seen on the market for generations. And some of these items are of incredible academic importance, whether it's the wonderful herring paintings or this magnificent twin pedestal desk in the manner of Thomas Chippendale, down to the wine in the wine cellar, items in the attic. I mean, it's all going under the hammer, and it really does give people a wonderful opportunity and a very rare opportunity to come to a great stately home and buy a piece of significant history. Many of the items were bought by Leonard Cunliffe, who came to his house in the early 20th century and filled it with a lot of these magnificent pieces that we're selling in this sale in July.
Leonard Cunliffe collected things that he liked the look of. He was a typical Edwardian gentleman, travelled widely throughout Europe and the Middle East, I think, and often brought things back. He was Deputy Governor of the Bank of England, and he also liked sailing. So he was sailing on the Fowl one day and looked up at Trelissick House and obviously quite liked it. He had a house in London that had a portico on the front. Obviously the Bank of England had a portico on the front, and I think he just looked up at Trelissick and thought, oh, I like that, I'd like to buy it. So he was then able to rent it for a few years before he could purchase the whole estate. Whilst we've had the China collection open in the house, and people have visited that and enjoyed it, there are also a number of other items that have been in the family for over 100 years. And of course they haven't been seen by people generally, and they will naturally be on show, and yes, there will be a number of items that haven't been seen in the open for a long time.
This magnificent George III mahogany Carlton House desk with its stepped three-quarter gallery is a wonderful example of really good Georgian furniture, wonderful colour, thanks to some incredible records held on by the house. We know that Leonard Cunliffe bought this from a firm called Pawsey and Payne in Berry Street, St James's, in 1912 for £118. One of my favourite lots in the sale is this magnificent Regence commode. You can lose yourself in the incredible detail that goes in the marquetry. I mean, it really is quite amazing. A lot of timber's gone into this. It is cross-banded in bur elm, we've got rosewood, ebony, fruitwood, and then also inlaid with ivory. But when you look at the quality of your ormolu mounts, they are absolutely quite fantastic. But also the colour of the gilding is so nice. Certainly hasn't been touched since it was bought from Harrods back in 1914. Another wonderful lot in the sale, amongst many wonderful lots, are these fantastic, well, there's two pairs of fantastic Victorian cast iron braziers. These really magnificent objects are of the same design and probably were part of the braziers that lined London Bridge to celebrate the marriage of King Edward VII and Queen Alexandra, who was then the Prince and Princess of Wales. A wonderful painting exists of London Bridge on the night of marriage by William Holman Hunt, which shows the braziers in situ on London Bridge. So Bonhams will be setting up the marquee for the sale within the courtyard of Trelissick, where we'll be selling everything over 2 days, on Tuesday the 23rd and Wednesday the 24th. Day one will be primarily the contents of the house. Day two is going to be the Copeland collection of Spode, and also the contents of the attic and the outbuildings.